Yeah, this is another tier list. This time I'm gonna be ranking some teams. Um, I probably forgot like a lot of teams. This is just the ones that like I was able to think of fast. And yeah, because in the single character ranking, of course, it's like nearly impossible to rank a character by himself, because of course in some teams he's gonna be completely useless. In some others he's gonna be the best character ever. Good example for this is like the Green Owl. Um, I mean, yeah, I mean it's like that for almost every character, anyways. Um, I'm gonna the tiles that we have are meta, strong, fell off, kinda works, and just bad. And I'm gonna start off with the meta teams. And for me, currently, there are maybe three meta teams, and a clear one is just the good old Anteiku lineup that everyone is using. Um, her charm needs to be on him, and he needs to have the cell. But yeah, we are ranking these for like capped. So like if you have all the cells and just your team is good. So yeah, I mean you can switch Renji with the mother Ryoko, but I mean I prefer Renji when you're playing Owl, and this team kind of works because in PvP I mean if you face a strong CCG, you kind of just force them into overtime and just win, and Renji gives that extra survivability, while the mother gives like just damage, which this team doesn't really need, because it's you don't want to one shot anything, you just want to out sustain. Another clear meta comp currently is let me find it. Yeah, it's this one. It's like the main CCG that everyone is using right now. Of course, for all CCGs right now, the three units that every team is gonna have is this Mado backup, especially now with the new cell. It's not even close. Best backup for CCG. Psyarima, of course. He's just the GOAT since release. And Green Arima, because his damage is like in a league of its own. And this specific team right here is probably the strongest one, especially if you have both Arima cells and of course his cell. But if you have both of his cells, this team is OP. Um, so yeah, it also has like an insanely high base CP, so you're almost gonna have the CP advantage. So for me, this clearly belongs into meta. And then another team I have is no Aogiri actually. Um, Even if I mean it's not terrible, it just doesn't keep up. But I'd say that probably this Anteiku right here, with Shu and the mother, also belongs into here. I mean, you will have the charm on Red Toka instead, and yeah, I've had my owl when playing this team comp with Renji. I've had my owl, I think round two, one shot by a Shu with this team comp. It's nuts. Like the single target DPS that he is going to do, it's insane. And yeah, this team is very annoying also because of her. I mean, fighting a team with her is just very annoying. Every unit is gonna survive at 1 HP. It's just not fun. And yeah, now this team I rank less high than this one. So it's basically gonna be like top left is the best, then on the right of it is like second best, third best, fourth best, like that, so on. Because in whenever the AI plays, this team is gonna be way better. In Stronghold, there's a small exception because you actually want to play the mother over Renji because it's just some funny interactions with the whole revive stuff that is very unfair. But when the AI plays, this team is gonna destroy this one like 90% of the time. So I'd say this one is overall still better, but in PvP, the one at the bottom can completely annihilate the one at the top. And for me, that's all the current meta teams. But very close to meta, I would put this team with the new Owl. Simply because when the AI plays it, it's not as good. However, in PvP, this is probably the best team to defeat this one at the top, this Anteku, because the new Owl just annihilates it. And yeah, I mean, this should probably be here. It's just that, I don't know, every time the AI plays this, it's like kind of bad. And I've had my like this CCG with the Ryoko backup. I won against Antekus with a like 60k CP more that were running the Owl, just because the AI kind of carries you. So that's why I put it into strong. It kind of feels like this one is still a bit more consistent when the AI plays, but these two are very similar. So I'm just gonna keep this one here. Then let's look at a few more. Okay, so yeah, so this is another team that I'm seeing a lot now. So Psy Amon isn't as good as he once used to be, and I see that lots of players are playing Vashu instead now. Now I don't know how good it actually is, because I've never played it, and I also don't face it that often, but I do see people using it, and lots of people have told me that it is very strong and arguably even better than the one at the top. But I'm just not sure enough. So that's why I'm gonna, yeah, keep it in strong. And then for me, it's yeah, the Augiri that every Augiri player is currently playing, with some exceptions. It's this one. Now, I was gonna make a team here as well with a red Tatara, but I mean, just don't build him. Play the blue one, and you're gonna be fine. I mean, if I had the team with red Tatara in this tier list, I'd probably like put him at kinda works, because I mean he just sucks, right? It's like good CP, but his kit is just useless in comparison. However, this team still works, because I mean Easter Aido and Yamori are just still very strong, and Masked Ken's passive is OP. Tatara gives good survivability, and Psy Aido gives some extra damage. And even if it doesn't have the CP advantage anymore nowadays, I still think it definitely belongs in the strong tier. Like, people are making, like, they're talking about Augiri as if it's like completely useless no matter what, but this team can still do a lot of stuff. And it gets extra credits now as well, because Augiri, especially with Red Aido later, is the best way to defeat the new game mode, to get the level cap increased. So it gets some credits. And also the AI is like okay at playing it. The AI is really bad at using Yamori, and sometimes he does spam Psy Aido cards, which sucks, but it still kind of works. Yeah, and then let's see if there is one. Yeah, I'd put this one in strong as well. Again, we drop the Amon, because again, like, this is imagining that you have the cells, so Red Arima, it just stays. He's just very good. And Shinohara. So Shinohara, when he got released, that was disgusting. His stuns and stuff. But even now, when he's bug fixed, he's still good. I mean, he completely hard counters any Augiri. So I still see a lot of people running this. I just think it's not as strong as the one at the top and the one in the middle, simply because he does absolutely nothing against Anteku. Whereas Amon helps at killing the owl, and Vashu just makes these two guys better at killing the team. Yeah, that's probably why I put him here. And then before I have to decide some that might go into here, a clear one that I want to put into fell off is going to be the Ixa, yeah, the charm teams. So this right here is like the OG one. well, we didn't have Mado, we had Renji, but now everyone plays Mado. Um, but now Green Arima exists, and he's just way better. So I'm gonna put this one on the right. And I mean, yeah, this used to dominate, um, but it's just not that good anymore. I mean, it still does a good job. It's still fairly okay. It has good CP. I still know a lot of people who run it actually. I think Vash in my org, he's like one of the strongest players in the game. He does still actually run some charm teams sometimes, and my org leader actually also does sometimes. And yeah, I mean, it still does the job, just not as good as it once did. And yeah, this one is way stronger than this, simply because, I mean, Green Arima is a monster. Um, yeah, and as you can see, there's like way more CCG teams than there is like others, just because you can like change that much. Um, so this one goes into kinda works. Mado used to be really good. Now she's like pretty bad. The thing is, simply because these other characters are just good, this team still works. Especially when the AI plays, having these debuffs is good. But in like PvP and stuff, she drags your CP down a bunch, and it's just not that great. And your Green Arima kind of has to do the first turn nuke, because he's very squishy. So he can get one shot by the enemy if you don't have the CP advantage. But it still kind of works, especially when the AI plays. So yeah, for me, kind of belongs into here. Yeah, which one are we gonna do next? So, yeah, let's do this one. So, this is another variant where Amon is taken again, and this time it's replaced by Sen. Now, I'm not sure where exactly this goes. I don't know how strong this is. Maybe I'm gonna put it in between these two, because I think it's stronger than this charm team, but this one is probably still stronger. This team is like a cheese team. You're gonna have like less CP, but if you can get some good tier 3 skills on Red Arima, it's gonna be good. The tier 3 skill on Green Arima isn't gonna do much, since the trigger is what's like the unfair thing about him, and not the active itself. But yeah, I still think this team can be quite dangerous, more than this one. Okay, now we have two more Augiris, and so the first one is this team. So basically, this team only really works if you can have charm on Red Eye, not charm, like the Sen star up on Red Iodo. These Sen Iodo sweep teams used to be insanely strong. Now you just lose way too much CP, and if you don't have the CP advantage with this team, you're gonna get deleted. There are variants with Tatara where you kind of like you have the Tatara passive, and you have like revival cells where you just try to somehow survive round 1, so you can like annihilate the enemy in the next round. But yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of works. Probably better than Akira Mado. Actually, nah. I mean, Green Arima is just too strong. Yeah, this team probably goes somewhere in here. And yeah, then I have this team, which I guess it also kind of works. It's not bad. Like, it does have some uses still. Yeah, just it's not as good as it once was. So yeah, and as I said, like these are just some of the meta teams, not meta, like possible teams, you know. So there's still a lot. These are just probably the main ones. I may have forgotten like one or two, but this should give you like a good overall image of what is good, what is bad. And there's some obvious patterns. I mean, everything around Anteiku is just kind of OP right now. But same with CCG, especially this disgusting team. This has the capabilities of annihilating Anteiku, and it has way too much combat power as well. And yeah, Augiri is kind of in a bad spot currently. Hopefully the next few banners are gonna kind of help it get up there a little, because all it really needs is that CP boost and someone that does Red Iodo's job with more combat power. So yeah, feel free to put some feedback into the comments, because I mean, I want to improve my videos. It's as simple as that. So yeah, or just message me on Discord. This tier list is probably gonna be somewhere in the Discord as well, in the global one. So yeah, that would be everything.